Oh my god, I hear myself twice. That's not good. The sound was broken. Now it's too much. Hello, sad boy. Hello, Ciano. Hello, Kohaku. Hello, Fish. How you doing? How was your weekend? What did you do? I mean, I will not ask Kohaku what she did. She definitely played Path of Exile. Yeah, I forgot the title for a second. Hello, how are you? How have you been? I'm out here trying to live, and I'm tired. I can barely live my life, but here I am. I like starting the week with just chatting so I can yap away, catch up on people, what you've been doing, all the cool stuff as I live my life. I also did a snake. Ooh, spooky. Why a snake? Now I have questions. I mean, you can knit whatever you want, but like, why a snake? Which reminds me somehow. So yesterday we went to an animal store and we saw turtles. And they were very cute. And they were flapping away, and because we're like considering getting a turtle. Hey Lakura, how you doing? How was your weekend? Weather was surprisingly nice, so I went out for a ride by the beach. Oh, you're so lucky. If you knew what trash we have outside. It's freaking ice. It's freezing. It's snow. It's slush. It's just disgustingness right now. God. I played my first game of Warhammer 40k in a long time with some friends this weekend. Let's go. Look at you having friends, spending time with them. Hello, Sheriff. How are you? How was your weekend? But what was I saying? Yes, we saw baby turtles yesterday at the shop, and we really considered it, and we're like, we don't have a budget for that. We went home and we watched a 40-minute YouTube video about how to take care of them turtles, and it is a lot of work. It's a lot of expense just to get started, getting the aquarium, getting all the filters, the different foods, their supplements, like the pH in the water needs to be this and that, blah blah blah. And then we were like, okay. So we have to buy all of that, and that's right before you put the turtle in. But then you have to also make sure you take care of her. If the water is not the right pH and her eyes are closed, and she'll be unhappy. It needs to be deep enough for them to swim, but it needs to have a drying spot. You need to get a lamp for the plants, a lamp for the turtle, and we're like, Jean-Pierre, I see what you want, but like, dang, it's a lot of work because I would never want my turtle to be unhappy, you know. But they're so cute. They're so freaking cute. It's Karen! Hello, Karen. How you doing? Are you lost in game? It was fun. Has been like 9 months. Let's go get back into your obsessions. We love it. I'm doing well. Happy to hear it. I hang out with them most weekends, but I haven't played in a while. Like, okay, flex on us how much of an extrovert you are. I see you have friends. You hang out with them on weekends. All the cool stuff. I see what you're doing. No, it was like 56 when I left, but at the beach it dropped to 40 something, and on my bike at 55 it felt like 30 something. Well, now time to Google 55 Celsius. Ew, that's bad. Not as bad as this, but that's bad. Like, what do you mean? Jeez. I would not be on my bike for this. Turtles are cute, but higher maintenance than people think, and they kind of smell bad. Yeah, there's that. We're like, okay, so where are we putting the turtle? But also we have to like make sure it's really well taken care of. I would probably die if I had a turtle and didn't take care of it properly, and then it was not happy. I would if it got sick or like had a bad shell, I would be so depressed. So I feel like it's also a problem because I would be too anxious about my turtle and be like, is she okay? Does she need more? And sometimes you have to live feed, and that's the thing I'm not into. Like, apparently the animals that were like, oh, you can just feed them pellets, but from what we watch online, the pellets are not enough, so you need to like feed them worms and whatnot with some powder on it with thongs. And I'm like, I'm really not about that life. I do not want to have worms in my house. Like, I just don't. So like, nah. FTC, it was cold AF. You know, that's fair enough. I would not want to be on the bike in that situation. I've never really been on a bike in the cold, only in like summer when I felt fancy enough to do some exercise, which is not often, you know. We've been going to the gym, which is good for us, but like, we have temptation all around us. The world is a difficult place to live in. You know, for anyone that was following the story of the cheating man that forgot to get me my secret Santa, well, a week and a half later, he actually produced a gift today. And you know what it is? It's a giant box of cookies. So what did we do? I got home, we sat down with some tea, and we ate a good portion of them. And we were like, diet? Diet who? Diet? We don't know who she is, okay? I mean, cookies are, yeah, no, the cookies are good. The cookies are too good. I was like, you know, yeah, we gotta be healthy, but like it's December. December is Christmas month, you know? So like diets don't exist at this point. We can just do like all the other people and start in January and see how that goes type of thing, okay? It's Kyra. Hello, how you doing? Diet? What's that? Exactly what I was saying. You know, my boss likes to secretly feed me snacks at work. She's like, nobody needs to know, but she gives me like little bags of Oreos and stuff, so I'm like, I don't tell Esther about it. I just eat my cookies, and I'm like, ooh, they're yummy. I love them though, you know? I'm lost finding out about my coworker. Oh, wait, wait a second. There's just too much going on. Give me 1 second. Oh. We'll talk about that, Karen. Yeah, that I understand you're troubled, but yeah, no, that's a shock. I hope we can talk and help you through it. Dang. Where was I? Oh no, I'm too lazy for a bicycle. I was riding a motorcycle. Oh. See, I can get behind that. At least you're not exercising, but I feel like then you're even colder because you're not moving your body and then you're fighting the wind. Like, what? I mean, not a formal diet, but I have been trying to cut back on a bit on sugar. But if someone gives me a cookie, I'm not gonna say no. Exactly. You know, I feel like that's the healthiest way to go about it. That's how you do it in life, okay? Because I've never been a diet person, not that I ever like fully needed it, but when I was trying to lose some weight last year, fit in my dress, I was like, I need to cut sugar because I drank a lot more sugar. I'm not a sweets person. I don't eat that much. Like I have cravings, sometimes I want cake, but I don't like sugar snacks or candies that much. But I like to put quite a good amount of sugar in my coffee with some milk, and it's nice. And I used to have this coffee creamer that had like 30 grams of sugar in it, and I cut it. Now Esther found me some no sugar syrups for your coffee, and I've been using that, and I'm pretty sure I can tell there is a difference because I ingest a lot less sugar and I don't have to buy them that often, so like I'm also saving money wise. So I think overall it was a good thing. If you can cut back on sugar, not 100% but a little bit, it will always be good for you, you know. I went to go on a diet, but we had our work Christmas party today and there was so much food. See, exactly, that's facts. You want to do a diet, but all of a sudden there's yummy food. Like we went to my sister's yesterday, all the family to eat, and we're like, ooh, we did not, like we ate way too much. Like we ate more than we needed to, but we were like, Like if anybody knows like fried plantains, my mom made some of that, some fried pork as well. Like it was like, ooh, we had a great time. And we're like, well, it's Sunday. Sunday doesn't count. You know, you'll always find a way to explain it away to yourself. Having healthy snacks easy to grab is so key to cutting the bad snacks. Exactly. Or just not having snacks at all, to be honest. I avoid the things that I know I will go for. I really love Tostitos. I cannot be in their presence. Like if they're in my house with some salsa, I will most probably eat them. And I will just, like, as I was telling my boss, I'm the type to like get up from my bed, walk to the kitchen, put the salsa on the side, put the chips on the other side. Depending on how far I am into the salsa pot, like I might need a spoon to put it on my chip, and I will just stand at my counter and I will eat the whole thing. That's why I don't buy it. I know it's a problem, and like I'm just like I cannot I cannot. If I do that, I will have problems later. So I try to, limit myself in that situation. I only buy them once in a blue moon or for a specific recipe. But I don't buy chips. I don't buy things that are dangerous like that I know I have no control when it comes to them. Yeah, if not, it would not be good if I just let myself go, Fried pudding is so good. Exactly. It's amazing. It's delicious. A little salt and it's amazing. It's so crunchy. Kinda not to get too well technically, but I can tuck into the bike and avoid the wind and the heat from the motor. Kept me warm. But after about an hour, I called it, just went home and nap. You know what? That sounds like a good afternoon if you ask me. That's actually a pretty good plan. I've been having so much fun drinking tea and gathering tea cat pizza pics. Yes, I struggle to catch up on Discord because I have too much going on. But I saw that you had tea cats. I need to go check them out. I'm happy you're having a good time though. Hello Ram6, how are you? How was your weekend? How you been? I also re-binged Dress Up Darling. Oh, interesting. I still haven't watched it. I've seen spoilers about the manga on Twitter because I always get spoiled about anything I care about or not. But yeah, it seems good. It seems like slightly sus, but it seems to be a cute love story. I love love stories. I was a big shoujo manga reader growing up, so I love that type of thing. For me, my weekend, we had grand plans for the weekend. I have always been a good turtle. I've never done anything suspicious, Being good, I have an exam in 2 hours. Well, I hope you're ready, because I'm not, but I hope you have a good grade because you're hot like that. But yeah, I never did anything. How do you describe this? That I wasn't supposed to do, But then the times have changed. And now I'm a grown turtle and free to do my own decisions and experiences and stuff. So what we decided to do was to try to get to let me, how do I describe this? I don't know, so you're not supposed to say something a suspicious would say. I don't know what you mean by that, Fish. I think you're projecting. There's the devil's lettuce in liquid format that you can spray is the best description I have for that. So we were like, okay, we're gonna get some of that legally. It's legal here. And we're gonna get some coloring books and some snacks and like a frozen pizza so we don't have to worry about food. And we're gonna try it. It was CBD and THC. That sounds fun, not gonna lie, right? And I was actually very excited. I was like, I've never been high. I don't know what this is like because I will let you know, I don't respond to much. I am not very sensitive to much. Sleeping pills don't work, meds don't work for me. So it's just not I'm trying to find something that does something for me, So then we're all excited. We get home, we finish cleaning the house and blah, blah, blah. I put the drawing things on the table. I'm excited. So he's like, okay, I'll give you one spray while I finish making the food. And we see how it goes and if you need a second one or something. So I'm like, I take it. I go sit down and I'm like, all right. Yeah. 30 minutes later, he's like, so you high or something? I'm like, no. I'm like, he's like, okay. So he gave me 2 more. Nothing happened. That was the most tragic event that ever happened to me. I was looking forward to this so much. I was like, this is gonna be such a fun afternoon. It's a Saturday night. We don't need to worry about it. I can sleep in if I don't feel good the next day or something. I don't know. I've never been high, so I don't know. It didn't work. Nothing works. We don't know what to do because I've tried a gummy before, did nothing. I did it when my sisters and my brother-in-law had bought somewhere because we're not allowed to buy gummies in my province because they're just dumb like that. You cannot sell this in anything that is sweet. Well, it's my second time and nothing happened. Nothing. When I told it was nothing, I felt a little bit of numbness on my tongue. And then that was gone. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he took one spray and then it was a bit fuzzy. He was like, oh, I'm high. It didn't last long, but at least he got something out of it. I got nothing. I'm so depressed about it. I'm like, what do you mean? It's not that I want to become like, addicted to it or anything. I just wanted to know what it feels like. I wanted to be like, ooh, I'm an adult making experiences and whatnot, and I have a coloring book, and then I want to see what I will have created while I was high. And so, no, nothing. I mean, it's not a. I guess. It says on it like if you use it too much, you can get addicted to it. But I don't know. I'm not trying to do anything out here. Not gonna tell my parents. But that sounds like it was, but then it wasn't because it didn't work. I sold them like crazy at my store. See, I need to try it. I can't do the devil's lettuce at all. I'm allergic. Oh well, I would say that sucks. But what do I know? I don't even know what I'm missing out on because it just doesn't work for me. For my buddies and I went to the aquarium and took some adult gummies. When we got there, 10 out of 10. I can't imagine it must have been a trip if it actually worked for you. Because I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it's like to be tripping. I don't know. Edibles are also pretty fun. That's what I heard. I don't know. I need to try them brownies. I don't know. To be frank, your first time that can actually happen where there's nothing. Well, it was my second time and nothing happened. It's not addictive. That is baloney. Oh, habit formate maybe, but not addictive. Okay, well that's good to know. They gotta scare the people, so we gonna get into it. Oh, we did a trip. It was just THC. That's the thing. I'm very clueless, so I don't really know the difference between THC and CBD. To me, they're all the same. And I think the one I took had both, so I don't even know. The addictive part is the feeling itself. Yeah, I think that's what people drink for, right? So like they want to feel drunk because they like it, and then they become alcoholic, which is a problem. CBD is the Diet Pepsi of THC. Because my boss was telling me that she takes something that has CBD to relax. She has like pills, and she's like, yeah, that makes me relax and stuff. And the THC will make you have the trips or something. THC will get you high. CBD is used for other things. Well, you educate me on this. Clearly it doesn't work for me, so I don't even know. I'm very scared because I'm like, what if I ever need like anesthesia or something? I don't think it'll work. Now that I think about it, I always struggle when I go to the dentist because they cannot numb me. They will have to like put it like at least 3 times, sometimes 4. They'll have to like inject the thing in my gums to try and numb it, but they can never get me numb. So it's just more proof that most things I don't really take well to. Like nothing happens for me, so it's kind of tragic. Yeah, more accurately, CBD is the non-alcoholic beer to THC. Yeah, that is a good way to describe it indeed. Thank you. See, that's why I knew I needed to talk to you guys. You guys know the cool stuff that I don't, But yeah, so that was Saturday. So then I was just depressed all night because I was looking forward to this, and then nothing happened. And then my plans are like, and then I didn't feel like doing anything, so I spent the night drawing, doing my coloring book. I was doing a forest or something while Aster was playing PoE2. Anyway, and we were like, okay, well, that's that. It was an experience. So that was that. I keep playing darts. I really like playing darts. I don't think I'm anywhere professional. I have also sadly created a few holes in my wall. Because like, I don't know, I get better at like my throw, but then it gets too high and then it goes in the wall. So I had to actually like put the filling in the wall, and then I put a cardboard piece above it in the living room so that nobody knows what's going on, and also it protects it from further intrusions. So yeah, that was that. Yeah, their program can suck it. I learned more about stuff in college. The stuff. Yeah, I learned nothing in college. I never talked to anybody. Shaking my head. I don't know what you're shaking your head for. Maybe because it's pretty. Yeah, see what I did there? It makes for a fun time. It does. Like, see, Aster was gone all day Friday, so I was finally on my own, living my independent woman life. So I played all day. I was just like, I would work here and there and then throw a few darts and then go back and throw a few darts. It was a great time overall. I would likely make a few holes myself if I had a dartboard. Probably. See, my the thing is, I trusted Ashley to say that said, yeah, we're buying soft tips, so it shouldn't ruin the wall. So I was like, okay. In my mind, they could not get inside the wall. And then the first time I threw one and it just stuck there, I was like, oh no. Yeah, they can actually get it there. I'm like, oh well, I guess we are gonna need something behind this. Every night I did that, it was super fun. Yeah, it's fun. I just love it. I just hope my mom never looks behind the cardboard piece, because she won't be happy. She's like, what the hell are you doing in your house, bro? Like, what are you? I'm like, mom, I can explain. We already need to get more paint for the walls anyways, because like, as you know, there was the nightmare story about the paint. So yeah, I still have a bunch of places in my house that I need to paint, so I'll get some paint, and then nobody will know anything. Don't worry, there's soft tip, man. You full with. I mean, I didn't think they could. I was like, they're plastic, they're soft. They shouldn't get in the wall. That's what I assumed, and then it wasn't the case. And then sometimes the tip breaks off, and I'm like, dang, I'm getting too violent with them. As to being a bad influence and lying about the darts, it's all his fault, I'm telling you. All the bad stuff that happens, it's all Aster. Which reminds me, let me get back to that after. For the holes in drywall are super easy to fix. Yeah, I have the thing to fill it. I just need to sand it down and paint it, and nobody will know about my adventures. But yeah, so Aster being the bully, Aster being the reason there was a problem on Thursday night, okay? So Thursday night was movie night. And I was very excited because we were watching Casablanca, which we've been waiting for 2 years. And I was excited for it because, you know, I knew that Fish liked it a lot. Then when we were about to start, my mom called me to get some technical support help. So like we had to start later. But right before that, I had asked her if he could make me a drink. I was like, I just want something sweet, but like a nice little drink and whatnot. And he's like, okay. So as I'm talking to my mom, it brings me a glass. I don't know what it was, but it was very strong. It was like brandy and amaretto. Because after that, like he gave it to me and I'm like, that's strong. Like it's not really sweet. And he's like, okay, he came back and he made it sweeter. But I in my mind, he would put like, I don't know, maple syrup, any simple syrup, any sugar. No, my man went and added more amaretto in it, so it was sweeter, but stronger. So I was like about halfway through my glass when I went to watch the movie. And then I'm watching the movie and my eyes are like, and I'm just like, you know, it's old English, it's far because it's like on Astor's PC and I'm at a distance and I'm trying to watch, so I can barely understand what's going on and I can't read the subtitles that well. I'm telling you, it's all his fault. It's all his fault, okay? I was gone. I finished the glass and I was fully gone. I watched at least half of the movie, but don't ask me what happened. I don't know what happened. It was all Astor's fault, I swear. He's the culprit in this situation. Because at some point I would open one eye. I could open one eye to stare at him and like, what's going on? I was, oh, the movie's over. I was so gone. You missed the better half of the movie though. Yeah, I definitely want to watch it again. Like I want to actually watch the movie. And Astor said he's down to rewatch it. So we'll probably just rewatch it. Because I'm like, I wanted to see this movie. I was excited for it. And I wanted to know what you were raving about. And I was like, oh, Fish likes this. It's probably good or something. I don't know. I was like, it's old movie. I love the vibe. I love the music. I was like, let's go black and white. And then he bamboozled me. And then he said it was my fault. Oh, well, you're the one that asked for a drink. I didn't ask for a drink. I asked for a sweet drink. I didn't ask for a whole brandy amaretto. Like, I don't know how much she gave me, but that was a lot. And I was not super hungry that day. So I ate a little. I had a little bit of cabbage that day. That's what I had for supper before that. So I was not expecting it to just... Ah! Yes? Yeah, there's nothing to defend.
was your fault.
No, it wasn't my fault.
And I warned you
No.
before you even started drinking it that it was strong.
No.
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 Yeah,
No, it was your fault. We all know that.
Don't ask me for drinks.
Yes, yeah. Fish says hi.
Hi, fish.
Cleo says hi.
Hi, Cora.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's lying.
I'm not lying. They can't hear you. You have your voice to be too low, so you know. See, that's why you can't defend yourself properly, because there's nothing to defend. Because it was all your fault to begin with, and there's nothing you can defend.
Wow.
That being said, let me see. What did I miss here? What did I say? He's stinky. I will. He's already gone, but I will make sure to convey that. I introduced my mom to a Scottish show called Still Gay, but because she was drinking and their accent are very strong, that I had to keep translating for her. You know, felt. Honestly, without the subtitles, I didn't get the movie that much. You talking about the old English reminded me of that. Yeah, like I mean, not everybody can make out English, and I can't even imagine if people that speak English as their first language cannot understand. I don't know. Hello, Calvin. How you doing? Welcome in. Nice PFP. But yeah, all this to say, it's his fault that I couldn't watch the movie, and I will not take any blame for it. It was all him, and I saw the slander in the chat after, even from Vector, and I was like, I will not take that slander. I struggled to get upstairs after. I was like, bro, why'd you do that to me? Huh? How dare? Anyways, I don't know how. That's not where I was trying to get with this. So I talked about cheating. Man got me my gift. Aster cheated, as usual. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my streaming plan for Christmas. I should be streaming close to Christmas or around it. I have some ideas. We'll see about them, but I think I want to do stuff. How many of you are like gone during the holidays? Because if I plan stuff specifically for you guys, it's not gonna work out. Like nobody's here, you know. But I got scared. See, Aster scaring me the life out of me like that. It's not okay. It's not fair. Now you can just barge into my office and scare me. Oh, yeah, very random. So today I was looking for a side hustle because you know your girl needs money in life. So then I was like, what do I do? And then I found this website that apparently you can get paid for games. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm playing, what's the name of this game? I forgot. Rise of Kingdoms. And I made $6. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's hope. But at the same time, it's just very time consuming. But like, I'm just gonna have to like, you know, you have to give me a second to go get my crops and attack other villagers or something. I hate this game because I hated the freaking ads for it. But I'm like, if you're gonna give me monies, I will get the free monies for games. I do not care. I do not have any shame about it. Okay. 1 second. Let me get these going, because you know they take like an hour, and you're like, okay, but why are we taking an hour for this? This is not really necessary. All right, good. Now get that money. Woo, let's go. Thank you. Well, that's the thing. If it actually works, I'll let you guys know if it's good or not. Because I would not try and tell you guys that it's a thing if I don't know. Because I saw some people say, well, that's actually good. I made some money and blah, blah, blah. And some of them like, yeah, I got the rewards, but then I could never transfer them to my PayPal. And I'm like, please do not let me play like 30 hours of this game to then not even get $10. Because my sister has one of them apps where like you get money. She gets her Amazon cards from it. But it does require a lot of time. But at the end of the day, you're like, okay, but if you had nothing better to do at that point and you're just passively playing a game, and then you get a $20 gift card so you can buy your trash on Amazon or stuff that you actually need, you know, it's better than working. So, you know, I'll do it. If at least it was interesting games, I would play them on stream. So at least, you know, it's a 2-for-1. I'm yapping. I'm doing my games, all this stuff. But I don't think that's the case. I need to get them sponsors. Like, I won't say it, because who knows who could be listening and take my idea. But I have an idea of something I want to try and get into. I'll let you know if I go through with it. But like, maybe this is an opportunity to make it and get paid for it. I will come back to you. I know I'm saying nothing right now, but I'll come back to you if I have an idea that actually develops into something. Because I've been thinking about it for months, and that's my problem. I have ideas, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber do this. Maybe I could get into that, and then that X, Y, and Z. And then I wait like 2 years, and then someone does it. And I'm like, oh. And then they get all the clout that I'm like, oh, well, I guess it was a good idea. I just never did it. So it's like, oh, well, okay, I guess. So I'm gonna try and put stuff in motion. I struggle so much, and I don't know exactly how to help myself. Like, sticking to plans, if I can say it like that, or like sticking to a schedule is very hard for me. So I'm actually very impressed with myself that most of the time I do follow my schedule. I'm not good at it. But I have ideas and I have plans for myself, and I just never do it. So like, you know, I'm trying to better myself in that way. I'm also in the process of kind of looking for another job. I don't know. See, I've been listening to talks about like people and their personalities and whatnot. And they were talking about my personality type, which is phlegmatic. And pretty much saying that phlegmatic people are people that like will stay in their comfort zone. And like, even if they could have a better job, they're like, yeah, but what about all the new things I have to learn and stuff? I'd rather stay where I am, even though I make less money, because I'm comfy. And I was like, why are you attacking me like this? I did not ask to be personally attacked like that. And I was like, yeah. So there's a chance I can get a very good job that would have very good benefits and like a lot better salary and everything, but I would lose the comfort that I have, that I know my job, even though I kind of hate my job. And the new tasks they want to give me in the new year's really disgust me. Like, they want to give me more phone calls, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, that would be sick. It would be like, I think it's worth it. I talked about it with my parents. I talked about it with Aster and stuff. And like, it would be good for me to get it. I don't know if I will, but I lose nothing by applying, just because I don't have any valid reason to stay at my current job if I can get that one. Oh, I mean, except the fact that this job is slightly different, as it would be my first time having a temp job. I've never had a temp job. I've always been permanent. So like, you know, employment security. But that one would not be permanent. So I'm like, well, I mean, you can transfer into permanency, I don't know, after like a year or two. Like, because my sister works there, so she's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I know about the people that they hire. Like, it's extremely rare that they kick out temp people, but like they renew the contract every few months. But usually when they open a permanent position, they let the temp people apply before they open it to the public. So like, it usually takes about a year or two for temp people to make it to the normal. So it has its pros and cons, and it is a bit scary for me, but at the same time I feel like it's worth taking the jump, because if I go there and I do a really good job, then I can also apply for other jobs that are only offered inside the company, and maybe I can just change positions but have a permanent job at that point. But it's all things to consider. It's a really good job, really good benefits all around for your retirement, for your schedule. It's only 10 days a week in office. Like, there's a lot of things to consider that are good enough that like, if I can stick the 2 years of temp, I'll be okay. But it's scary. I've never done that before, so I'm like, oh dang. So temp to hire, yeah. So my dad once told me the difference between a job and a career is that people hate jobs but love careers. But then again, he's like 69 nice or something. Well, the thing is that I agree. In my case, the problem is I do not want any career. I don't have anything that I have a passion for, that I'm like, oh, I want to work in that field because I will be happy. I don't have that, and I know it. So that's why I don't put too much weight on my emotions about my job, because there's no job that I would do that I would actually like. So I'm not gonna put like, oh, I need to like be happy. No, that's not it for me, and I'm okay with that. I've come to terms with that. I will never find a job that makes me happy. I will be happy if I make more money, so I can more pay my bills and save, because you know I'm a bit paranoid. So I want to like try and build my savings account and stuff so that I'm okay when I retire. That's more what I have in my brain. So when I work, it's never for the job, it's never for the career. I don't really want to advance my career. I just want to go to work, get a paycheck, and go home, stream, play games, eat, play darts. Like those are the things that I care about, like, you know. And here you get a year off. And I mean, up to 3 years off if you have a baby. So like, I'm like, at that point, that will be my whole focus. That's what I'll be focusing on for a few years. So, you know, not that I know, because like at that job, if you're permanent, you actually, like, the government pays you 70% of your salary while you're out on mat leave, because we have 1 year of mat leave here. And that job specifically, they will pay the other 30%. So while you're on mat leave, you're getting 100% of your salary. And that's not a very common thing. And it's like, dang, imagine being home for a whole year, making the same amount of money you made before you had the baby. And then if you want to, you can take 2 years, like another year with like maybe 50% and a whole year at zero salary. And that's okay. I wish I was already at that job so I could just plan my life around it, you know, starting with like 4 weeks vacation, you get extra pay for vacation. It's like, dang. Oh, I was gonna hire you to look at turtles full time, but you won't love that job. I guess I'll cancel the offer. You cannot attack me with my babies like that, Kyra. That's not how that works. You cannot come for my feelings about my babies. You see, it actually goes into what I'm saying. I always want to stay home and take care of my babies. Going to a store and taking care of my babies is the same thing. See? I have a big brain. You didn't see that coming. You're just offering me to take care of my children, which is what I want to do. So, joke's on you, Kyra. Joke's on you. You're just being mean, separating me from my kids. That's what's up. Oh, which reminds me, talk about jobs and stuff. So, without going into details, people at my job never know what I actually do. So they always ask me questions that have nothing to do with me. But basically, I have a coworker that has not been getting paid for a whole month. Like, she got no paycheck in November. And she noticed last Friday when she called me about it. I'm like, I can't help you with that. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, you know? And I'm just, but you know, I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, we basically got scammed. Someone used a fake email to write to our boss to have her deposit account changed and whatnot. But I'm thinking, like, how well are you living that you did not notice you got, like, 2 paychecks went by and, like, your bank account was at 0 or minus or something? I don't know. I guess it's well filled or something, because I'm like, I know when my paycheck doesn't come in, I have bills to pay every time I have a paycheck. I have either debt or bills or stuff I need to buy. So I would definitely know if I didn't get my paycheck once. Like, there's no way. But you went a whole month without getting a paycheck, and then you're like, I don't see my paycheck amount in there. I think something's going on. I'm like, girl, I wish I had your life. Like, I wish I did not have any worries like that. Because what do you mean? What exactly do you mean you didn't know? Like, geez. Turtle job has been filled. Only position left is the mantis shrimp fighter. Yeah, no, that I do not require this type of job in my life. As I was saying, I don't want to have any insects around me. They make my skin crawl and whatnot. Oh, hello, the Diaz. How you doing? Welcome in. How was your weekend? Being able to not live paycheck to paycheck is such a luxury these days. In some states like Delaware, minimum wage is like $12. Yeah, like, I feel like most people, and I don't know if you've seen, like, there's a video going around on YouTube about how it's impossible to live in Canada right now. It's kind of true. We're actually having a homeless people crisis in my town. And I'm like, yeah, I was talking about it with my boss at lunch. Just like, no, but like, the price of housing is so bad. A lot of people just ending up homeless because we cannot afford apartments anymore. And like, even my boss was like, honestly, if I had your salary, because she knows my salary, She's like, I would not be able to pay where I'm living right now. Like, it's not doable anymore. And I'm like, yeah, no. Because she had talked to me about her building when I was looking for an apartment 2 years ago. But I was like, girl, I cannot. For the size of this, I cannot pay this bill. It's not happening, okay? So you wouldn't love me if I turned into a worm? Well, I present you with a question. Would you love me if I didn't have a nose? Those are big questions. Oh, hello, Bundy. How you doing? We were talking about the cost of living and how hard it is out here because my coworker didn't get a paycheck for a month and she did not notice. I'm like, I wish I had like $500 in my checking account. This is not an like that happens on payday. And then it all goes to bill by the next day. So it's like, what you mean? What you mean? Oh, hello, Karen. Hello, how you doing? Where I live, minimum wage is like $16 an hour, but the average one bed bath is like 1.2. Not including utilities and other expenses. You know, it's actually like outrageous. Like I don't know how they expect people to live like this. I don't understand. You didn't have a nose. Yeah, would you like me if I didn't have a nose? That's a big question here. I have like 200 in mind from savings. See, that's more realistic. So if you didn't get a paycheck of like over $1,000, you wouldn't question it. Like, what do you mean? I'm full of tacos and boozy cider. Ooh, I'm down to 100 in my savings. See, I love that we can all relate together. We're all going through it right now. That's why, like, see, when you see people just like throwing their money away and stuff, or like doing the freaking meme coins, people, stop doing the meme coins. Leave them alone. Stop. They're not gonna work for you. People getting scammed every day. I'm like, what money do you even have to gamble away in these things? Like, leave them alone. You do that when you're already rich and you want some extra money because you want to buy yourself a boat. You don't do that when you're like, oh, well, if I do that, maybe I can pay off my house. No. You don't do that, okay? I also found 3 leaks in my attic, so I have to find a roof I can't afford. Oh, that sounds rough. I'm so sorry for this. Not like this, Karen. I have enough savings to survive without income for a while. I don't spend my money. Well, you know, I aim to be like you one day. Like, I feel like I just had a lot of expenses last year, so I'm trying to not be too hard on myself. Because I'm like, well, there was a lot. There was a wedding, there was a house, there was a lot of things that happened in a year. So, you know, where we are at financially is very normal. But at the same time, it's like, now I'm playing games so I can get some extra income. I'm like, I just need a little something on the side. Like, I was even considering, like, what if I got a part-time job so that I could just, you know, I just want to have money in my savings, okay? That's all I want. I don't need to be rich. I just want to have something in my saving account. So, like, when something happens, I'm like, oh, I don't need to worry about it. I'm like, okay, I have an emergency. I want to have an emergency fund. That's my goal right now. That's what I'm working on. And I feel like I will get there very soon. Like, I mean, starting it. But it's just so hard. Times are hard. We all struggling. I mean, most of us are struggling, okay? My savings account is calls moms for money. Sad. You know what? I feel you. Like, I try not to. Like, I try my best in life to never ask my parents for money. They already give me so much. Like, you know, both of my parents are retired. Like, it's not time to, like, go, Mom, give me money. Like, they're already just trying to live at this way. So I'm like, if I can, I will just eat my ramen for a month so I can save and call it a day, okay? Like, my goal is to make enough so I can just pamper my parents. Like, that's the dream for me. Like, I don't want money so that I can have a maid or something. I like cleaning anyways. I just want to be able to be like, oh, let me pamper mom here. Oh, pay this for mom or pay this for dad and blah, blah, blah. And, like, make them happy and, like, relieve them of some of their stress. Stress is more what I want to do. And Aster's parents, of course, as well. Like, we just want to take care of them. That's all we want. So it's like, yeah. At least you aren't so bad you're selling plasma. Oh yeah, I'm not there. Also, I think I'm too anemic for that, unless I'm thinking about something else, but maybe it's just normal blood transfers. But I don't have enough iron in my blood, so like it's not really the most welcomed out here, you know. Is $1 enough to survive for a whole month? I mean, I kind of have doubts about that. Because $1 is one coffee at work. So I don't know how much, like, I think I have payments to make. I have bills. I wouldn't even have a phone, okay? We're talking about the times are hard and we have no money. Hello, Zachary, how you doing? How was your weekend? Jokes aside, my parents actually made me move back in with them. They didn't want me to waste money on an apartment and just save that money instead of a house. Yeah, and I think that's cool. I mean, for me, in my culture, it's not common to leave your parents' house before you get married or something. So for me, it was never a thing. Like I was very late into leaving my parents. I just personally felt overgrown for the house, and I was like, okay, can I afford my budget? And like I've lived on my own only 1 year before I got married. So like I've not even lived the life of being alone. I just like felt like I was just overgrown with the way my mom was treating me, and we still have a good relationship, but like she was not treating me like as an equal or an adult, and I was like, this is a bit difficult for me. I need a little bit of a little space. I need to be in my things. I need my mom to not be there in my room at 11 asking me why I'm not sleeping. Like I kind of need that freedom, and that's why I left, and I could afford it at that point. I think I left at the perfect time because rent was not fully crazy then. But even when I was leaving my apartment in the summer, like they were gonna raise it to like 300 more than what I was paying for a very, very small three and a half. And I was like, this is disgusting. I would not have been able to afford it if I was trying to move last summer, and I don't know how people are living, so you know. But yeah, I feel like it's good. Like, why not? If your parents can afford it and like you can help with some of the bills, you take care of yourself, like you pay your own phone and stuff like that, but like you pay like an electricity bill. That's how it worked for me and my parents. Like I paid the internet and the electricity bill, and that was like a good amount per month, and that was my rent. That's what I paid in the house. You know, you contribute as an adult, but that's about it, you know? Oh my god, it sucked. I'm doing a 2-week work week. Ew. We got inventory. I didn't know we had $1 million worth of parts. The stress I've been in since I am the one that touches 90% of the items. Jeez. By 2-week work week, I mean I'm practically gonna be at work every day for 2 weeks. You know, I will say no. As I was saying, I don't like working like that. I cannot see myself going through all that. But at the same time, if you have overtime and you're getting paid for it, who am I to say no? Because at least you will get that sweet, sweet check and you can pamper yourself after. That's the thing with my current job. There's no overtime. I spend time at work and then there's nothing. Yeah, my boss came this morning and she was like, oh yeah, so like the job is paying for like one of the day offs in the new year because of the thing we went to, but I didn't go because I was on vacation. She's like, oh yeah, so when we come back you need to like make back the 7 hours you missed. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I don't care, I'm trying to leave this job. But yeah, you asked how we make it out there. This is how, you know what, fair, very fair. Oh, good news though, I got a raise. Let's go, we love a raise out here. I'm waiting. I think we should know about our raises in the beginning of the next year for us. I think they had their whole meeting about it in 2 days or something. Yeah, they're gonna have a discussion about it, and I know if I get a raise and how much it is. Yeah, because I told you my coworker is not getting a raise, and I don't know how she's gonna take that. I'm like, I don't want to be there when they tell her that, because it's not gonna go well. And I just see, ideally I'd like to leave this job before they do anything. I actually think that if I leave, they might have to keep her for longer because they won't be able to survive without anybody in accounting. Karen, how much? I'm changing job soon, hopefully soon, to a $21 job, $1 an hour job. You see, that's the thing. You probably make exactly as much as I do because the Canadian dollar is trash. I think we're at like 1.45 right now. It's kind of tragic compared to the US dollar. And I'm like, dang. What is it? CAD to USD. Oh, wait. Did it crash today? What happened? Or am I tripping? USD to CAD? Oh no, it's 1.42. Never mind. It's still trash. So like that's what it is. So $21 US is 29.79 Canadian, which is more than I make. So you're making more than I do. You're living the life. Be happy. Yeah, I don't pay them rent per se. Rather, I do all the vehicle and property maintenance, repairs, and so on. They're retired, so be doing that stuff saves them money and lets them enjoy retirement. Yeah, it's like an exchange of service and like making each other's life better. So why say no to that? Why force yourself to go be in debt and suffering trying to pay your rent with raises that you can't stop? So yeah, that's good. Change jobs. It's financially superior. I've been at my workplace for 13 years and now make 25. Dang. 13 years? That's a lot. Mana, what do you do? Obviously, don't tell us if you... It won't... No, I do admin work. I do invoicing. I'm an office worker. Nothing. I'm very basic. See, that's what I would say. I have a very basic job title, which is why at least I know that no matter what, I will find a job. They always need someone to input the numbers somewhere, to put the papers together, to send emails. I'm a very disposable employee, but also I'm also needed in every corner. So that's the only reason I studied what I did, because I'm like, I want to have a job that no matter what happens, they will need me. Like, even if, like, you know, in the worst case scenario, whether Aster died or like he cheated on me or something and I had to be on my own, if I had stopped working, I can always get back into the workforce quite easily. I will always be fine. So that's pretty much why. If you came to Florida, you'd probably get about 18 to 20. How much is that in Canadian money? 18. Oh yeah, that's about what I make. That's about what I make here. Yeah, but it's just that life is more expensive here, so like it's rough out here. I'm a senior product data specialist. Let me see, how much is that Canadian? I'm exposing everybody's salaries here, but that's pretty good. Like, I wish I made that much. Wait, it is even more than I thought. Oh yeah, if I made that amount of money, I wouldn't be complaining about anything. My emergency fund would be full. No questions asked. Life is good, okay? Now, Mana, may I ask, in your culture, what happens if you and your husband divorce? You move back into your family? You know what? I've never wondered about that. I don't know if it's a culture thing, but for me, like, divorce is not a thing. It's not a thing for Aster either. Like, it's not a thing we ever think about, so we don't have like a procedure for it. I don't know what I would do. Like, it's not a thing that's ever on my mind, nor that will ever be. So it's like, you know, I normally don't give the numbers I make. Yeah, I mean, we all know you make bank. That's all we need to know. Kyra is mother. Kyra is making bank. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Discuss your salaries. It's important. Yeah, I mean, it's just that for my position and what I do, like, I don't have much leverage. I can be like, I deserve more money because what? Like, literally, December is an absolutely dead month, and all I do is pretend to work. I have been pretending to work for like 2 weeks now. Even my boss knows it because she's pretending to work too. Like, it's a dead season for us. So like today we were just doing stuff together. We're like, oh, time goes by so fast when you have stuff to do, and we're like, yeah. Other cultures are fun. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know that there's a protocol. I don't know. I guess you do whatever you want. And like, I don't know. For me and the way we work, we are one in all aspects. So like, our whatever we buy, whatever we get, whatever gift we have is ours. There's no yours and mine for us. So like, I don't even know what will happen if, like, I don't know, I went crazy tomorrow and I'm like, I'm divorcing. I don't know what will happen. Like, I don't know. I don't see it happening, but you know, and you can't call me optimistic, but I do believe in it, so you know. I somehow became a steel inspector and get paid very comfortably, and yet I think I spent most of my days in my truck on site listening to audiobooks. You know what? Cherish your job. If you can get a really decent paycheck and good benefits, and you're not too stressed by it, I feel like you're winning in life, to be honest. Okay, like, that's like, if I could do that, That's why, in a way, like the other job I'm trying to get is more on the phone, but at least it will force me to be, sorry, working. I need to be on the phone. I need to be available. I need to focus on what I'm doing. So my days will go by faster because I'm not like in control of my schedule that much. I'm a victim to the calls of the day and doing the things that they ask me. So in a way, I think it's better for me because I'm not good at managing my own time. But yeah. I'm in marketing. Every year before this has been wild busy, but this year we're actually ahead of the merchants and it's weird and slow. Yeah, and you see, like, it's not that you want to work hard, but when there's nothing to do and you gotta pretend you're working, it's kind of rough out here, okay? Considering I work around 70 hours a week, I definitely make enough to justify it. Oh yeah, again, I work less than half of that. So am I gonna fully complain about my situation? No. Because I know I could not handle more than that. I could not handle working 70 hours a week. There's no way. I need to have my like disconnecting time from work. So for me, at 4, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. And I'm thinking about my stream. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat. I'm thinking about watching anime. I'm thinking about all these things. And I will not think about them until 8:30 tomorrow. It's not a thing. I mean, I like to complain about it because I like tea. I'm just go, ooh, this happened with that coworker. Ooh, my coworker got her headphones stolen. I learned that today. I'm like, apparently someone's going around our desk, touching our things or stealing them. And we're like, ooh, there's something weird going on in our office. So yeah, that's the tea at the moment. I'm like, ooh. But I don't need to think about it. I don't need to be, oh, I'm taking a 5-hour break and then I'm going back. No way, Jose. I ain't doing all of that. I need my life. You're thinking about how to pester your husband. You know what? I wasn't gonna say it, but there's nothing more satisfying than jump scaring Aster. Because he's like an old man, and like he's clutching his pearls when he gets scared. So like he'll just put a little hand on his chest, like. It makes me so happy. I like to scare him, and I also like to confuse him. Sometimes I'll say something and he's like, oh, what did you say? And I'm like, and I'll just look confused and then be like, what do you mean? And then he gets worried about it. He's like, wait, what'd you say? I'm like, what? It's just such a great time. Oh, hey, Kidla, how you doing? How was your weekend? I heard it is, but I got my interview the other day, so hopefully, Oh, I hope you get it. Oh wait, Coke is a good company and has good benefits. Hell yeah, did a decent retirement plan. Yeah, my sister used to work there. My sister lived in Florida for 2 years and she worked there. She wasn't that bad. Let's see. Well, I'm not the company. I'm going to hopefully be joining a Coca-Cola. Currently, I'm enjoying the stream instead of doing my reports. You know what? I'm happy to be part of the problem. You're thinking about how to person your husband? Yes. How's it going, Citrito? I'm doing great, yapping away, complaining about life as usual. You know, that's what people do. Oh wait, that didn't work, or it did. I was lazy, so I did not restart my computer, so it's been like struggling today. Sorry, I'm gonna drink though. Apparently, I have an office at my headquarters. I've been with the company for 3 years and I just found out. I refuse to use it now, just on principle. You know what? Fair. I would do the same thing. What do you mean I have an office? I didn't know about it. It must be dusty, or someone's just like squatting it at this point. Or they making like a storage room out of it. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, good luck, Zachary. I hope you get it. It would be a good place to be at. As far as I know, I don't want to say too much. Like, I don't know. But from what my sister said, it wasn't that bad. She only worked there for 2 years because they were only living in the States for 2 years, but they've been back. But hopefully it's not bad. My counterpart in our testing lab uses it to keep her dogs in it. What do you mean keep her dogs? I'm pretty sure dogs have some type of smell. What do you mean? Does your office just smell like dogs now? Like, hello? She brings them to work sometimes. Why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you bring your dogs? Man, I'm at I job's Christmas party and my social battery is gonna help me. Go, run away, blues. I feel you. That's what I did for my Christmas party. I ran away too. Nobody will judge you. Just tell them, oh my god, I forgot the stove is on. I gotta go. I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah. That's the way to go. You just do that and then they leave you alone. Because Christmas party are not like that. Like, I had mine and I thought my company was cheap because they just ordered some pizza and we went bowling. And then it was fun. Then Aster's party was like, we give you tickets for free alcohol and some snacks. So they had snacks, but they were like some mini ribs and stuff like that. So it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great food. And then my sister tells me like she went and she didn't read the invite. She didn't know what type of party it was, but it was like camping themed situation. And the food was absolutely disgusting, so everybody just went to McDonald's after. So I'm like, I'll take my pizza. At least it was yum. I had a great time. Sorry. Work Christmas parties are so lame. They are. At least I will not complain about my bowling one, Also, I had to pay $15 for parking. Ew. You have to pay something for that Christmas party. They better give you prizes or something. Like, what do you mean? Let me see. Even the one with free scotch. At least you had something free and you had something that was alcohol. There was no alcohol included in mine. At least it made it so that it was easier for me to get back home after. But like, what do you mean? Like, we had no drinks, no nothing, no dressing up. There was nothing. Imagine it doesn't pop up. It's there. I had to let it go because it was automated. Don't worry about it. If you Google relaxing work environments, you'll probably see my HQ. You're living a good life if it's recognized as a relaxing environment. Mine would just be like, what do you exist for is what you would find if you look for my job. My company is doing an auction party for the salespeople at the car dealership. It's just an excuse for all of the salesmen to drink and be annoying. I mean, they have to pat each other on the shoulder and be, oh my god, like, oh, you did so well. You sold so many cars. Oh my god, how many cars did you sell? I mean, they make money, so am I gonna complain? No. I think if I was one of these, I'd probably be happy to brag about how many cars I sold this year, even though they have problems. I don't trust them. I never want to deal with car salesman people. I'm not the type of person to have a new car anyways. Like, I was lucky to get the car I have, and it's early 2000s situation. And it goes on the road, and that's all I need. It does the things. I just hope it doesn't start making weird noises, and that's all I need, okay? Oh wait, the party is good for a work party, but I'm just introverted, so I'm like, bleh. Probably gotta leave soon. Yeah, the thing is, it's not always their fault. Sometimes it is, but it's not always their fault, and we just don't want to be hanging out with them like that, I moved across the state, and I still get people wanting me to go back to Houston for the Christmas. I mean, do they think you like them that much? That you would travel all the way for that? Like, what? No worries, Zachary. I'm reading the bot. I'm professional. All my last jobs were you're just another number to them. The company I'm at now is really chill. Open bar event, and every month we cross the road and have a team meeting at the bar. That's pretty cool. I wish my work was more like that. My work is chill, but they always want random stuff that is not planned. I'm like, they don't know that I am a streamer. I have a schedule to uphold, okay? I will not randomly go to a bar downtown that is way far from my house and I have to drive myself back. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. So I've never really been out with them that much, so yeah. Gotta go now, gotta find somewhere to hide. You got this, Blues, I believe. How it works is they sell things and get a certain amount of points for each dollar sold, and some have like 80k points, and the prizes are rather cool. Yeah, I mean, if I was a salesman like that, I'd be happy. I'd be happy to get my prizes and stuff, you know? Good luck, soldiers. I'm a cryptid in my company. I ninja in and out of parties, and only 1 or 2 people ever see me, so I leave only rumors. They're like, ooh, but I'm sure I saw him. Where is he? What's going on? Yeah. You know, I wish I could do that, but since I'm like pretty much always with my boss, people would know right away. Like, she would tell them, like, yeah, she was there. She talked to me, not to you guys, but she talked to me though. She'd be the type to do that. So, you know, we went to bowling all together. So I'm checking on my game too. I can make bank. I don't want to be rude, but, you know, gotta make that monies. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so it was my Christmas party, and they wanted to go to a bar after and have a good time and whatnot. And my boss and I were like, I don't know. I don't want to go downtown. It's a pain. I don't want to do it. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna go home anyways, like my husband at home and whatnot. She was like, oh, well, if he's not home, do you want to go like close to our place and go to a restaurant, take a drink and stuff? And like, okay, let's do that, the 2 of us. But then she will tell the people, yeah, we're not gonna go downtown, we're actually gonna go closer to our house to have a drink together. I'm like, do you really want them to feel the separation even more than they already do with the fact that we always spend our time together and never really mesh with everybody else? I'm like, girl, you didn't need to tell them. Like, there was no need to tell them. Why you need to tell them our business? I was like, there's nothing I can do about it. But girl, do you not know what it is like to be subtle? To not, you know, stress out people and be like, they already don't like her that much. Do you want more problems? I don't know. My boss, sometimes she's not the most aware of her surroundings, I would say. I'm a problem at mine. I only ever respond with gifts and memes, but luckily enough, everyone is young enough to get the jokes and references in the group chat. Oh, well, you have a group chat with your coworkers, like you be living a different type of life than I do, cause I ain't talking to them anytime that is not work related. So I don't even have the freaking Teams on my phone. I refuse to let them have access to me. Like, not like this. Not like this, Satan. Nope. My manager does that too, yeah. So you're just ghosts in the company and you're like, yeah, you shall never know if we're there or not. Sorry. Sorry, it won't take too long. I just need to update my trash. Okay, alright, updated. He also sent me Toho music. That's a 10 out of 10 indeed. Like, that's when you know you have a good boss. My boss is not really up to date on the weeb life. There's nothing much I can do about it, but like, you know, sometimes I let her peek into my soul. And I can see she's confused, so I give up, you know? Voltrial, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, how have you been? Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Let me give you a shout out. I'm just singing, forgetting I have stuff to do. My God. Hello, how have you been? How was your stream? What did you do? Shout out. Bam. See, I'm a professional streamer. I know how to give shout-outs, I promise. How are you? How you doing? How was your stream? We're just yapping away, not making much sense today, not to be very honest, you know? We have to, I'm one of the supervisors for our techs, and I have to keep them informed of any changes in the schedule. Yeah. Do they pay your phone, though? That's important. If you're gonna get calls, send messages, use your phone's battery. The question is, do they pay for your phone? That's when you know it's a good company or not. At least Samia, because it was fun. How are you? I'm pretty good. Catching up on the weekend. I like to just yap on Mondays. So I catch up on what people's been doing on weekend. Complain about mine. Complain about my job. Complain about people being weird. We were just complaining about Christmas parties. You know, the usual. I also help oversee our lab techs, so I have to help them out too, but they're in college and I don't understand what they're saying. They're early 30s and I'm in my mid-30s. You know what's funny? Is that now it's not necessarily just a 20s, 30s, or 40s situation. I feel like everybody's starting to speak the same, and if you're not in their same internet circles, you will just not know. Like, I feel like I've learned so much since I became a VTuber just because I'm on Twitter. Because there's some language that I see and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Like, what? I remember the first few times I saw, like, no cap, and I was like, but why? Why no cap? Like a random blue cap. I'm like, what's going on, you know? And yeah, they pay for my work for an NPC. See, that's a good company right there. Hello, Shiz. How you doing? How was your weekend? I don't understand Skibidi and I refuse to learn it. You know what? Fair. And I agree. I don't want to know. Like, I really don't. I don't think it's worth my brain cells trying, attempting to understand Skibidi. I'm like, no. I will not spend time Googling it, trying to watch videos of it. I feel like it's probably some sorcery to, like, you know, entice children, and I'm like, I'm not about to be mind controlled about Skibidi, okay? I guess Skibidi is just dumb. You know, that's the thing that people say, that people are like, Skibidi is dumb, but I'm just like, I just don't know. I still use words like jive. Well, the thing is, I know what it means. It's weird because I didn't grow up in English speaking, like, circles. So, like, now there's some things that I know just because I watch TV, so I've seen some shows and I heard the things, but I don't know them not because I'm old or because I'm young. It's neither. It's just because I didn't speak English back then. So it was like, I don't know. There's a bunch of words. Like, what was it? Oh, there was a word that Aster taught me the other day. I was like, I don't know what the hell that is. Like, a winch. I didn't know what that was. I was like, what the hell is a winch? He's like, oh yeah, there's a winch outside, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, a what? And he tries to describe it. It's the thing with the round thing on the thing. And I'm just like, uh-huh. And then he's like, and I'm like, well, if you're not explaining more, yeah, winch with an I. But I need to be on Bisky more. Yes, I need to be on social media more, and it's hard out here. Like, yeah. A winch, like, for pulling stuff? Yes. A motorized pulley. Whatever you want to call it. I felt like there was an easier word for it, but I couldn't find it. So I still don't know. I guess I just never ever learned what that was called in English. I just had no idea. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and it was getting annoyed because I didn't get it. I'm like, bro, I don't know. Winches can save you if you're in Jurassic Park. You know what? Now I know. So, like, if we're running away and someone's like, oh, like, climb the winch, I will know what they're talking about now, you know? And I've learned something very good and important for my survival. So, you know, I gotta be thankful at this point. And, one second. I was gonna say something. What was it? I know what a winch is. Oh! I don't remember if I've said that before or not. But I started my Duolingo to learn Arabic. Let me just make it very clear out here. It is pain. I'm like, this makes no sense. I think I learned how to write a P the other day, like potato, and I was like, but there's just one more dot. This was another letter before. And he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, what you mean, yeah? Oh yeah, this is pronounced differently if the next letter is like this or that. Or like this is like, oh yeah, this means that. I started learning words yesterday. I can read most of what they feed me in Duolingo, but I can't, I don't know. And then I learned big, new, and house yesterday. Ask me what they are. I do not know, and I will not embarrass myself on stream. This is not what we're doing out here, but I'm like, bub, dud, jar. And I'm like, okay, I can quote unquote pronounce stuff it's such a pain. It's so much easier to do Japanese. Like, I'm still doing my Japanese Duolingo. When I get depressed about Arabic, I'm like, let me do something I actually know. And I feel confident. I feel smart. I know what I'm doing. I'm learning new things, new kanjis. And I'm like, yeah, that's the life. Arabic is just... But I want to learn something so I can tell Aster's mom something and she'll be like, wow. And but I don't know. I don't know if I'll make it or not. This is a pain, you know? How are we today? Once again, YouTube didn't tell me you were live, so I kept missing it. Oh no, Caligula! Hello! It's been forever. How are you? YouTube likes to betray people. It's not your fault, okay? How you been? Arabic and Hispanic kind of sounds the same to me. Not the words so much, but the sounds and the flow. I feel like Arabic is a lot more harsh, and there's a lot of sounds that I cannot reproduce, where I can reproduce most sounds in Spanish. And like, you know, it's another alphabet, if you call it that. I don't even know if you call that an alphabet. Like a writing system, I don't know. But I feel like it sounds very different, personally. I can crush test and Duolingo Russian. I cannot speak Russian to save my life. You need to practice, get them groups. See, that's the good thing. I got Aster next to me to judge me, laugh at me, and then I send him to do his music classes so he can struggle too. You know, I will not be judged on my own. I will have him be judged as well, okay? My buddy is from the United Arab Emirates, I think that is, and he's been trying to teach me, but it's been rough. You know what? High five on that. Like, I'm just like, I know a few words. I know la, because there's no ah. He said le. Anyways, it means no. And I can say that sometimes randomly, so that works. It kind of depends on the person. He and his brother and a few of their friends speak more softly, so maybe it's just because of that. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, you know the stereotypical, like when a German person's talking, you think they're mad and stuff? It's the same. Anytime after speaking to his parents, I'm like, why are you so agitated? What are you screaming for? And he's like, oh, I'm just saying this and that. I'm like, you're not being mean to them right now? And he's like, no, I was just explaining a story. But I'm just like, dang.
That's just how we talk.
Why are you listening to me? Why are you spying on me? Huh?
You're loud. I can hear you from the other room.
Put your earphones on.
I don't feel that.
Wow. Judgy. And Kyra said you're stinky.
What do you mean?
I'm just relaying the message. Yeah.
What does she want, huh?
She wants to tell you you're stinky. All right. I only know Habibi, and I don't know enough people worth calling that. Yeah. Well, there's Habibi and Habibti, because you have to change it per person, apparently, well, per gender. And I'm like, what do you need to do all that for?
That's just how the language works, okay?
Yeah. That's right, husband. Get on her. Wow, why you encouraging him anyways?
Oh.
Ha! Anyways, see? Always coming in to disrupt the flow and all that. Just wanted to sub on Twitch so I won't miss again. I've been good. Just got back from vacation. Took my off to go see the Diamond Beach and Ice. Oh, that's awesome. Good on you. I hope you had a lot of fun. That's cool. I'm too broke to travel for the next few years, but one day, I don't know. Iceland sounds like a good place to go if you want to, like, but not to just chill. Like, if you want to explore a little bit, I think it would be a good place for me. I'm a lazy individual. I don't want to walk that much, but maybe one day. Also, my ex from Romania always sounded mad when she would talk to me in Romanian. She would only do it when she was yelling at me because I did something wrong. So maybe, you know, well, yeah, you know, when you say it like that, there's a high chance that she was not in the best mood when she was using it with you. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there that you might be right. You might be onto something, you know? You might not be too far from the truth, and that's okay. We accept that, you know? What is that buzzing? You know? My poor uncle, he's like my mom, like all of them. They always need some technical support from me one way or another. So I tried to help my uncle with something, and then he called me at work this morning, and I'm like, oh yeah, you just open an app, and then you do this and you do that. And he's like, okay. And I swear, about almost 10 minutes into the conversation, I'm like, so did you find that button. And he's like, where? I mean, did you open the app? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna look for it now. I don't know if I have it. I'm like, I installed it on your phone yesterday. So yes, you have it. Like, we saw it. He's like, oh, okay. And you know, when you have this type of conversation with someone older and you're like, oh yeah, they're not gonna get it. So he was supposed to come by like almost 2 hours ago. And he's not there. So I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna question it, but if I have to go at some point because my uncle is there, that's why. He's very cute and he's just like my mom. Cannot do much on his own because he's cute like that, you know? One second. Gotta upgrade my trash because that's how it works out here. All right. The only yelling over here, Curly, is my cat yelling at me because cat sounds about right. You know, we sometimes stumble into the rabbit hole of watching cat videos, and it's like, but why? What exactly happened? How did we get here? Type of thing, you know? Also, be nice to Mr. Husband. What do you mean? He needs to be nice to me, okay? Why everybody taking his side? How dare? Kids, don't click that. Parents clicks it. Why not? You know, that kind of hurt my soul because I was very accurate. I was like, yeah, my parents are cute. Like, I told you to politely call him stinky. Well, I mean, I was very polite in my delivery, and I said it twice to make sure you understood, okay? I said, Kyra said, you're stinky. That's what's up, okay? I don't know if he asked me what you wanted, and I just like, you wanted me to tell you that. That's about that, you know? I don't know why you ask questions that don't need answers sometimes. But yeah, I was very proud of my mom when I was doing technical support with her on Thursday night before movie night, before Aster got me to pass out with a drink. I taught my mom how to scan with her phone, and I was very proud of her. Like, she actually now knows how to scan stuff, and I'm like, good job, Mom. Look at you. My dad is the type to panic and send me stuff to fix. Like, at some point, he calls me at work. He's like, I don't know if you can help me. I'm like, what's up? I have this PDF file, and then I couldn't enter information in some of the places, so I printed it, then I wrote it, then I scanned it, but then I sent it over, and then they were like, no, we cannot get any manuscript writing. You need to, like, fill it with a computer fully. And he's like, okay. But then he tries to do it, and they show him how to add text on the PDF, so he does it. But it's like, but how do I remove what I wrote on it? And I'm like, but Dad, you scanned it. You can't just remove that. You scanned it as is. And he's like, oh, all right. I was like, just send it to me. I will not try and like guide him through fixing this. I just added like a white square on it, like, you know, just wrote what he wanted on top, sent it to him, and he was like amazed. Like, he could not. He was like, whoa. He just got it in the span of 5 minutes, and he was like, how'd you do that? I'm like, you know, sometimes explaining is gonna take a while, so, you know, I cannot, okay? But I'm just happy to see him like with the sparkle in his eyes, like being like, what would I do without you? He's so cute. I cannot. I love my parents so much. You guys have no idea. Like, they're just too cute. I cannot. Wait. I want to get my parents iPhones, but I don't want to spend the time trying to teach them how to use it. Yeah. For reference, Dad still drives around in a car that has an 8-track player. Yeah, like, you'll have to see them like putting the phone like 3 meters away from their face, and like just using either like their what's the index finger to press everything, and it's just the cutest thing ever. But, you know, better to teach them about that now than later. You know, help them out here so they can be efficient, because my mom decided she didn't want to be behind, so like she learned a lot of things that people her age usually don't know. So she helps out her sisters and brothers because she knows a little bit more. She's not great, but she's better than if she never tried. So we take it. But yeah, like my dad, like I'm an Android girl. I love Samsung phones. That's what I have for myself, and that's what I got from my dad eventually. So now he's like, oh, what is it? You had to change phones because it was getting defective. And I was like, I mean, we could get you an iPhone, but I mean, don't ask me for help. I will not know how to help you with it. And he was like, but I need you to be able to access my phone, because I always have my own fingerprints at my parents' phones because I'm always doing stuff in them, and I'm like, I need to have access to your phone at all times. So you still need to change your YouTube bio. I do. I changed it somewhere and I forgot the rest, so I just need to go around and change that YouTube bio to reflect the reality. Thank you for the reminder. Holds phone as far away as possible, adjust glasses, index fingers the crap out of the phone, mouth open the entire time. I forgot that beautiful detail. And then that's also the position to take selfies in. And I'm like, oh, that's me. Wow, I'm gonna send that to my children. And you're like, that was your best angle, Mom? That's the one you were like, yeah, I look cute today. And I'm like, Mom, like that's not the most flattering situation for you. And she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, why do I look so old? It's like, maybe you did not help yourself. Maybe you need to be a bit kinder to yourself, okay? Always at the same damn angle. Yes, they like you to see all the inside of their nose. My dad specifically, they're slightly like, it's like their whole head takes the whole screen, but the bottom right will be like their nostrils. So you can tell if there's like anything in there. Like, and my dad has the most huge nostrils ever. Like you can see everything in his nose. My mom has a very, very cute like nose. I don't know what it's qualified as, but you can see inside her nose from looking from the front. And it's not, I'm not saying she has a pig nose. She has the cutest nose ever. But like that's why she cannot hide. If she has anything like hanging on her nose, I need to tell her because she will not know, and everybody can see it per baby. And she's so cute though. But yeah, in the pictures you will also see all that's going on in the nose. Like it's very important for them to share it with you apparently. So you're like, yeah, that sounds about right type of thing. They're just so cute. I love my parents so much. Like, I feel like I don't even realize when they're getting older until they ask me something very random and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, they don't know about this. Oh, I need to teach them about this. And then also that's when it works your patience. Like, the older you get and the older your parents get, the more you realize how slow things go for them. Like, I think it was a few years ago I realized when like taking walks with my parents and stuff, and like you turn around and they're like 2 streets over in the back, and you're like, oh, they think they're going fast right now, but they're just getting slower as the years go by, and you're like, oh, my babies, gotta protect, because like they're just slow now and they don't know about it. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, okay, when my mom doesn't hear or like when she doesn't understand something, I just know that I have to like, take my time, think about it, and like, pace myself. She's not making me repeat 5 times for no reason, You just gotta love on them as they get older. Wait, what you winking at me for, Killa? There was a thing for a minute about how the group after millennials were complaining about how slow boomers talk, and I never realized it until then. Yeah. It's like when you see the older they get, the slower they talk, the slower they walk. And then you're like, oh. But in their mind, they're doing the same as they always did. And it's funny because at some point, that'll be us. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm streaming, I'm yapping, and I'm probably doing the same as I was doing like 20 years ago. But no, I'll be like, people will be, will she ever finish her sentence? Will she ever communicate what she was trying to say? Yeah. It's pretty interesting, honestly, but it's sad, it's cute, it's life, it's a lot of feelings together, but I don't know, I don't know. I refuse to think about the day where my parents will not be around because I will not be a normal human being when that happens. So it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna depress myself like that. We're just gonna not talk about that too much. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think my weekend was I tried to get high, did not work. Had too much food at my sister's and I had a bunch of cookies today. What did I do Friday? Friday I was home alone, so I played a lot of darts. So yeah, that's my weekend. That's about it. Also, we were lazy, so we didn't clean the house last week, so we did it this week. So I was busy most of Saturday morning as we were organizing the house, because now my mom has decided that every Sunday, which I don't think will happen because I need to rest sometimes, every Sunday afternoon we're going to go eat at one person in the family, and there's quite a few of us, and I'm like, and like someone has to host. They're like, oh, are you hosting next week? I'm like, bro, I don't even have enough chairs in my house. No, I'm not. I'm not mentally ready for this. The house is not ready. So I'm like, But yeah, we go eat at families, we hang out, we have a great time. I'm not ready to have people over. I will panic. So there's that. But yeah, that's about it. I'm really enjoying Little Nightmares. So if you have nothing to do, you might as well watch me pray. Yeah. So I'll be doing that tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'll be back to yapping on Friday. Are you hosting? Yes, I also moved and now I live at Pizza Hut. Yes. It took me a while. Like, what? Yes. So then you can come around and have some amazing food. Sorry. Dang, that was intense. That hurt the back of my throat like that. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, Mondays are Monday for catch up, checking on people, making sure you're all okay. You can share your problems so we can beat them up together. Very important. Thank you, Kyra. But yeah, I think I'll call it a day for today. I'm a bit tired. I don't know. I'm just extremely tired these days, and I'm like, dang. My family just eats out on Sunday after church. Well, you see, for me, usually I just go to my mom's and she feeds us. Now we're just gonna be traveling between the houses, like to my sister's, to my mom's, to my place. At some point, I'm guessing we have to add Aster's parents in the round. So we'll figure something out, But that's good. I think for me, Sunday is always family day, so I never really make big plans. I would very rarely stream on a Sunday because I never know what time I'll be back home. I go out in the morning and I will be in the streets seeing family of some kind. So, But that's good. Like when you can't, you gotta appreciate your family while you have them, because, one day we will all be there. Sometimes I think about me dying and I'm like, dang, that'd be sad, maybe. Well, now it'd be sad because I have more than just my family. I have a husband. I don't want to leave him behind. Like, no. Like when I leave, I always go say goodbye because, you never know when's the last time. And I don't want to be one day, I don't feel like going to like kiss him goodbye in the morning, and then maybe I don't see him, or maybe he doesn't see me again, like something happens on the road. I want the last memory to be at least she kissed me goodbye, type of thing. So yeah, I know it's quite depressing, but it fills my heart with joy when I see him before I leave, and I'm like, oh, okay, have a good day, and then I go. You never know. So, cherish your people. You gotta take care of them. You gotta give them the love. Never go to bed mad. Never go to bed without forgiving or like with any hatred in your heart. It's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy for the other person. So make sure you always spread love. That's important. So because you never know. That's why also I was like, we need to take more pictures, because one day when one of us is not there anymore, well, you will struggle to remember me if you have no pictures. I know you think you will, but after a few years, you'll have nothing. So, so now he makes more efforts to take pictures of me. And I'm not talking about like, it doesn't need to be a photo shoot, but just have like casual pictures. I like to take casual pictures of him just to be like, that's my hubby. Yay. There was a YouTube show that I came across this morning that touched on that. Yeah, I feel like it's a common thing, but we forget because we get stuck in the loop of life and having so many things to do and whatnot. But like anytime I don't take a picture with my parents, I'm like, every day that passes by comes closer to the day where they won't be there. So I don't want to be like, oh, I have no pictures with mom when she was that age. Oh, I had no pictures with dad when he was that age. Like, I want to have good memories. I want to take the time to call them and tell them I love them so they always know. I don't ever want my parents to ever wonder if I love them or not. And same for anybody close to me. I want it to be as clear as possible, so I always focus for that. One thing about me is that I don't really play about family. I love my family with all that I have, and I care for them, and I only want peace at all times when it comes to family. Even when it's hard, I've only had to give up once. But except for that, I will always keep fighting, so you know. Hey yo, mine and you was crooked. We're just chatting about depressing stuff now. I was about to say goodbye and end my stream, but I don't know, we went there. How you doing, Krooka? How was your weekend? I don't have any family pictures, but is it too late? You know? If not, Photoshop something together. I don't know. I feel like it's a good thing to have because as weird as it is, sometimes you have someone really close in your life and then you stop talking to them or like you just cut contact with them, and as the years go by their face become more and more blurry, and then you realize that give it a few more years, if you don't see a picture you will not know what they look like, and that's a bit scary to me. I'm like, there's only one person in my life like that, and I'm like, I know that in a few years I will not remember what this person looked like, and that's very, very weird. Like if I ever see a picture I'll be like, oh dang, I forgot about this person type of thing, you know? It's going well, just hunting sharks on Sea of Thieves. Ooh, you're hunting sharks. I mean, that's exotic. That's some type of fishing out here. Not fishing for normal fish or something. See, fish, you're finally free. You're finally safe from the fisherman, you know? But yeah, all this to say, cherish your loved ones. Don't go into depression mode. Take care of them. Think about them. Care for them as you wish so you don't regret not doing something and be like, oh, I wish I did this for mom. Well, no, just do it. Just do it. It'll be better for you, you know? Let me just do a little switcheroos over there for a second. Da na na. Don't da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Okay, 1 second. What the hell does that mean? Ah. All right, I'm gonna be rating Sweets on Twitch. She's a very adorable and gorgeous looking VTuber that I do like. She's doing a charity for suicide prevention. So if you're into that and you want to watch it to help, feel free to do so. Let me see on the other side. I think for today I will probably end YouTube on its own, but I'll be rating on Twitch. So you guys don't forget to stay awesome. Remember, I appreciate you. Remember, I'll see you tomorrow playing some little nightmares, and have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Kuda. Have a good night. Rest well, okay? Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.